Hey YouTube, it's me again. Yeah, I hope you you like this video. I just recently passed a CISSP exam, and watched a lot of videos online. So I kind of wanted to give my feedback and what I thought as well. I watched a lot of the videos. I enjoyed watching them all. I think that watching as many as you can only help you. I noticed the premise behind almost all of them, except for I think one fellow on YouTube, which was he's very honest. The other guys are honest too, but they have a different motive. What I found was the one fellow, he admitted he took a year to do it, and that he had read the book from cover to cover, and it took him a full year to study. If you ask that guy any questions right now, he probably knows everything. It took him a long time. It took me 4 months, and I was very busy. I was finishing up my thesis, and I was also getting this little guy. So pause the video or do a 360. That's why I got a 360. You can see the little one there. Anyway, so I found all the videos to be helpful in that, if you don't know the information, they're giving you information, they're giving you tips, they're giving you help. Some of the videos, instructional videos, they cover an overview of most of the information that will be on the exam, but they don't cover everything. So that's why sometimes you're looking at some of the questions when you're doing tests and going, I've never even heard of that. It's because none of those videos will ever cover some of that information. You can watch every video and there'll be questions where you have no idea what it is. If you stop and you read the, I think it's 1400 page Shon Harris book, it has everything. What I really liked about it was that it ties everything together as well. So one domain to another, as opposed to just splitting them up. You can look at it from one perspective of going through each domain and mastering them. But when you know all the domains and you know all the information, you start seeing how they all tie together. And Shon Harris' book does that. It'll continue to reference one domain in another domain. So you click this video because you want to know how to get perfect. So here's what I did. Now, disclaimer: when you pass, you don't get it. You don't get your mark. But it felt like I got perfect. So let's go on with what I started with. I started off with I believe his name is Keith Barker. I think that was the name. He does videos for CBT Nuggets, and those videos were so good as a start. And what I mean by that is that you can be reading stuff and you can be watching stuff, and your mind will take the information in different ways. Those videos are short, they're efficient, they tell you a lot of good information, and that helps you kind of put the stuff together. If you start off straight with the Shon Harris, no offense, but it will take you a year, because what happens is that, sorry about that, it got really windy, so I stopped in the Nutella Cafe for espresso with Bambino. Okay, so back to what I was saying. I'm just going to summarize. I had a chance to think about a couple things. One is one resource that I did have that I really enjoyed, which I didn't even mention, was the Sybex app on the Apple Store. It's $13.99 Canadian, so it'll be significantly less for the US. But that app, I really got a lot out of it. Look at the dog, he's so cute. What it had flashcards built in, and you could also label each question you know, if you had a problem with it, you could flag it for review later. You could do that with the material and also with the test questions. So with it, you got, I think it was maybe 400 extra questions. They were good questions too. So what I liked about it wasn't just me taking notes. It was, you know, you could mark them off, which was really helpful. I really recommend that. One other thing is I didn't give additions to the books I was reading because here's the thing. I found that it's very easily accessible to get the ones with the 10 domains, significantly cheaper. That being said, there are some differences when it switches from 10 domains to 8, and you have to be aware of them. There's going to be a couple things with cloud. If you're going to be looking at the old domains, what you need to do is you need to go on the ISC squared website and find out what's changed. So they'll have labeling of what's changed. Some of the things that have changed, they've added extra words in the code of ethics, the cloud. It's all there. Look it up. That's some tips. I noticed a lot of people. Some more tips were that some people were saying to go faster in the exam was to look at the answers first, read them, and then read the question. Now, I don't think, you know, if you know the material, you're not going to run out of the time. What that technique did help me about halfway through my studies was identify questions that, you know, the best answer, because some of them there will be, depending on the order or certain things, there will be more than one right answer. But then when they present a better answer, that no longer makes that question correct. So when you read the answers first, you start to kind of wonder what the question is going to be in your mind, and it allows you to take those kind of tricks out. So, you know, some people will say it helps you go faster because you're not reading the questions over and over or the answers over and over. So that's one way to look at it. The other is it really helped eliminate, you want to call them trick questions. So there's that. So just to summarize, in order, I think, you know, look over the videos. I found the videos very helpful to piece everything together when your knowledge isn't fully all there for the CISSP domains. Then I read a book at my pace, the Conrad 11th Hour. I did extensive questions, lots of questions. I think I started it off by going over the answers first in one of the books. So, you know, you're looking at 1,000 questions or 500, depending on what book you're looking at. That gave me a lot of knowledge. Plus, it gave me the idea and understanding of how the questions were kind of based. Then I got another set of test questions, and I went over those by actually trying to figure them out. And then after that, I got the app, the Sybex app on the Apple Pay store, and that was $13.99. And then after that, you know, that's a lot of review, and it takes a couple months. That's when I hit the Shon Harris book, and it seems like a lot of pages, 1,400, but when you really understand the information, you actually fly through that book significantly faster than if you started off on it just on its own. So try that, and good luck. It's a difficult test, but when you know the knowledge, you'll do significantly well on it. Thank you. Like and subscribe.